I wanted to make this video because I had removed my face off of my page because I was being harassed and stalked because people did not believe either what I had to say or did not value other people's privacy and boundaries and respect. So I wanted to put this video on here to explain a few things and to clarify my health conditions and what I go through and what I'm currently going through. I experience chronic illness. What does this mean? They are lifelong conditions. Now, some chronic illnesses can be hard to diagnose, and some are very misrepresented, and some are very discriminated against regarding being diagnosed and being treated. I am diagnosed with fibromyalgia, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and muscular dystrophy. Fibromyalgia especially has things where people experience flares. What flares are is when people struggle more so than other times and have heightened symptoms. I was prescribed Robaxin, gabapentin, and lidocaine patches. And I keep saying that I won't go into hiding, and I'm sick of being silenced by other people. I was quite literally bullied off of the internet. Like, I can't make that up. Like, people were very violent, threatening to hurt me, threatening to hurt my extended family members, threatening to hurt people I knew. That use wheelchairs, people who use walkers, and people who use canes, and other mobility aids and disability aids, generalized, they do not always need to use their aids. There are some that are constantly in use of them, and there are some that are partial users. I am a partial user, but my health is declining. I'm trying to re-enter physical therapy, and I am trying to get evaluated for medical braces for my limbs to help with pains, aches, stiffnesses, and to prevent the spread of symptoms within the muscular dystrophy. Nobody deserves to feel threatened, especially in regards to their identity, who they are, or what they're experiencing. Being in medical debt, I show medical debt, the screenshots. Since the initial bill amount, my insurance did cover more of it since then. Someone said, how can I draw? How can I walk? As I said, disability is a spectrum and it has layers to it, especially muscular dystrophy. It can worsen as someone gets older, and there are different stages in which it can develop, sometimes rapidly. I'm in physical therapy at different points in my life. Complexities with family and them overall not having space for me in their schedule because I cannot drive has led to the more so on and off scheduling of how I've been in physical therapy throughout my lifetime, as well as overall medical negligence on their part. For those saying get a job, I've applied, I've tried, and I am still trying. For those saying do content creation and streaming, I have tried, I am trying. I have done a numerous amount of outlets to try and raise my voice and talk about my experience, especially when I was a child and undergoing the worst parts of the abuse in the household. But when I'm quite literally being threatened of my livelihood and stalked, people saying I'm a scammer, people saying that I'm broke and just need to get a job, I've tried to get a job, I've tried to get employment that will accommodate for me or that will work for me without putting strain on my body and mind. I'm still trying, and the donors that are in contact with me are still trying to help me also seek employment while also understanding that the system is stacked against me. I've tried to run things on my own. When I was making clothing at one point, that was through Teespring. When I was trying to do voice acting, that was myself, not edited, anything, through Audacity and a microphone like this. But before it was a Blue Yeti, now this is just, I don't even know the brand, but that's beside the point. I've been trying to do streaming, I've been trying to do content creation, and at some point I just get so discouraged because there's people who always come to me, or when I try to ask people for help, they don't believe me, right? I will give as much information, receipts, anything. I want help. I'm trying to get help. I don't even have good insurance anymore. I age out of Medicaid when I turned 21. I had Medicaid all my life, turned 21, bam. Gone forcefully. My dad put me under his insurance. Blue Cross Blue Shield, something of the sort. And I believe because it's a private insurance, it doesn't cover as much, right? So I haven't even been to a doctor, a specialist, or anyone of the sort. I don't have therapy anymore. I don't have physical therapy, nor psychiatric. So what am I supposed to do? Well, also understanding that I'm not lazy, that I am struggling. And stress can be the result of quite literal nerve pain and fatigue and memory disorientation and cognitive function loss. It is a lot. Because you may have seen me walking doesn't mean I've walked all the time. Because you see me at my highest doesn't mean I don't have lows. If at the end of the day nobody believes in me, no matter what I say, no matter how much proof I provide, I'm gonna work for my damn self. I'm gonna try my very best to not give up. Because I don't care if you think I'm a scammer. I don't care if you think because you don't believe in me. I don't care what you say at the end of the day, because I know what is true. And I know that the donors supporting me and my friends supporting me and the people who know me for years, I've been struggling with my health issues, and that there's been times where they have flared up, or there's been times where they were more prominent in my life. And for the people to say, oh, well, when you were younger, you never... Oh, when I was younger, what? What? Because you didn't step in when I was missing days from school. You didn't step in when I stayed home crying. You didn't step in when my parents were hurting me at home. If you know me from the Georgia area or have seen me at all, you know that I've been struggling not only with my health regarding my disability, but also my mental health since I was a child. I've been attempting ideations in the past throughout the years. For those who have known me in the Georgia area, and those who have known me all the way up until I was 12 years old in hospitals have known me because I've been running away, because I've been struggling with my mental health, because I've been not receiving the appropriate mental health and medical care that I need, because of medical negligence and abuse from my family, because I've been enduring abuse in the household. Genuinely, the world has failed me so many times. I was a child going back and forth to hospitals, having CPS come out to the home. I was a teenager, a preteen, and now a young adult. I've been visiting multiple hospitals throughout the multiple years between all the way up from 12 years old, even a time when I was 11, up until when I was, most recently, when I was just turned 21. If you have resources, give them to me. If you have jobs that do not require very taxing physical labor, like people have been trying to tell me do over the phone, like call lines. I'm trying. I want to look into that more. I'm trying. I already have been doing amateur voice acting, right? I've already been practicing voice acting. I've already voice acted in some small projects and in some animated projects. There are things that I can do, but there are also things that I cannot do. And given the state of the economy in the world right now, just one job, even then, is not going to be enough to support me. Like, it's not going to be enough to support me. Just are saying try harder. I will try harder. I will do my damn best to not fail myself, because my parents are consistently like, oh, we're gonna kick you out, oh, pay this, pay that. But I don't have consistent income. The income I've gotten up until this point has all been from donors. All of it. I tried applying for food stamps. I tried applying for government assistance, SSI. I tried to do so many things. I don't even have my GED because I dropped out of high school. Acquaintances or friends over the years, as to which I mentioned that I am going to pay people back in full, everything, and I'm working to try and do that. I'm editing videos on the side, I'm making plans, I'm trying to do as much as I can. And I want to take this video to also say and point out there are things that I've done in the past that I'm not proud of, but every single day moving forward as a person, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be better, because that's all you can really do. That's all you can really do, right? As people, we grow and we learn from things. And to do better and be better. And right now, even if you don't want to support me financially, even if you don't want to be along for the ride, I at least wanted to explain what I'm going through and what's going on. Because it's one thing for people to say, I'm not going to donate. It's another thing for people to say, I don't believe you, you're lying. Like, that's two different things. That's two different things. Acting with my content just as much as leaving a comment, a like, maybe sharing the video. I make gaming content, I make voice acting content, and I'm spreading to other types of content. Right? Like, I am trying to do so much, and I want to succeed, I want better, I deserve better, and I need to take care of my health and my livelihood because I'm an adult now. And even as a child, nobody was taking care of me in the ways that I needed, but as an adult especially, nobody is here for me even more. I was failed by the system as a child, and I'm being failed by the system as an adult. I'm not going to tell people to just go like videos purely just to do it. Like my content if you like my content, right? If you don't think it's that catching, if it's that entertaining, if you think my content is not worthy of a like, don't like my video. I will continue to aspire to make content that is worthy of your like and your attention span. I'm going to keep editing, pushing out gaming content, pushing out voice acting content. I'm going to keep making content and making videos, even if it's just videos like vlogs, talking about my day, talking about how things have been going, my health. I will continue and I will keep trying. Because in the face of adversity, even though there have been multiple people harassing me, there have been multiple people saying that I'm not real, saying that my struggles are not real, it does not matter because I have to keep pushing. To the multiple people that are saying that my parents neglecting me is false, I got COVID and I had been trying to tell my dad to take me to the hospital, and he had been refusing. Now, this was a couple of years ago, mind you. He had been refusing to take me to the hospital, and my phone was not functioning properly, and I had to text my friend, who was out of state at the time, to call an ER for me, and I was in the ER for almost 2 weeks or so with COVID, being isolated with COVID, and it was debilitating. And there have been other cases where things had been wrong with me, like when I first got my lymphadenectomy diagnosis with the cyst in my breast, and my parents didn't believe me until I was screaming in the middle of the night, clutching my chest in agony. And my parents told me I'm being dramatic, go back to sleep, nothing's wrong, even though I cried and begged for them to take me to the ER at the time. There have been numerous cases of repeated negligence and abuse in the past, but it has been a system to where I am stuck here, and I will keep saying that. Even if my voice does get drowned out, I will keep saying that. Even if I have to end up going into hiding again, I will keep saying that. My voice was silenced. I'm struggling to understand that people seem to have this impression that I have biblical levels of greed, that I'm receiving thousands monthly or something, when literally my income monthly is on Ko-Fi. My Patreon literally only has 1 or 2 people, to which I've not uploaded in Patreon for a while, to which I've I need to get back on to making updates on Patreon and Ko-Fi for those who are supporting me there, to which I need to continue to post on YouTube. But there's been so much that it's genuinely suffocating. I don't know what to do, because I feel like every single time I make a video like this, every single time I try to explain, I either get shot down, either it gets shadow banned, or people are mass reporting or commenting negative things and downright heinous things. I'm how can someone have so much hate in their heart? Because obviously I'm struggling with something, right? Obviously there's record proof of that at this point, that I am struggling with something. People give criticisms saying why is your Ko-Fi in your video? I'm advertising it to say if you can, it's not required, but if you can, it's here. I never really understood the correlation as to why people really had an issue with this, because people saying, oh, your Ko-Fi has nothing to do with the video, but it's still my content and something that I need support with, not only to create better content in the future, but for my literal livelihood. I've talked numerous amount of times, and them saying, why are you going into so much detail? Because I would rather go into detail, excruciating detail, about what I'm struggling with, how I'm trying to support my community members, trying to support my brothers, how I'm trying to support me, eventually moving out, all that. I'd rather go into excruciating detail than just say, hey, donate, here, do it, and just give no explanation. I would rather let people know exactly where the money is going, why the money is going there, and doing that way, than just having it there with like little to no explanation. I feel like that's way better. That's way better to let people know. Like, hey, I'm struggling. This is why I'm struggling. This is where we're going here. Like, I don't understand. And especially when much larger content creators have their links, have their pay links, have their Patreon, have their Ko-Fi in their bios, right? And they have that there even when it's not pertaining to the video. What's the difference between me and a larger creator doing that? Only difference is that's not their main income, so they don't have to rely on that. But I do. The reason why I've been leaving and rejoining the platform so many times is not only because of stress, anxiety, and honestly fear because of the messages I've been getting, the negative ones, and the quite literal cyber stalking and IRL stalking, as well as threats to my livelihood. It's been a lot of decision paralysis and just a lot of like thinking, is this really what I want to do within content creation? Is giving awareness to my situation really something that is a good idea? And then I keep thinking that I've been silenced all my life. There's no greater shame in feeling silenced. For those who are telling me to try harder, yeah, I'll try harder. I'll go harder with my content. I have content I've been editing, content that I want to go really in depth with, but haven't had the push or the motivation. I know what some people might be saying, excuses, but I will try my best. I know some people saying, like, upload at least once every day, and I want to do that. I want to do it, even if it's just a short video, like a YouTube Shorts, even if it's not like super in-depth content. I want to be consistent because I need the help. I need the platform. I need the support, and I need the support not only for myself, but for people in my community, for my friends, and for my extended family. Keep looking at job avenues, and I will keep researching what I can do for income other than content creation, and what kind of jobs would suit me that I can handle given my limitations and disabilities. And I will do my best to keep going, because I feel like just because I have not held employment, people are saying that I'm not trying. I have applied to multiple places in the past, and I'm still searching now. Some of the donors are currently helping me look for places and organizations that do help and that will be able to accommodate or have a very slim, simple process that I will be able to actually go through forth with. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, call centers. And yeah, to people who say you can't help others if you can't help yourself first, I feel like there can be an upbringing of togetherness within a group of people or within a community if everyone uplifts each other at the same time. I feel like that, and also needing or wanting to prioritize yourself, both of those are also like very valid and can be mutually exclusive, and again, very valid in their own right. But I just wanted to put this video out here to say that I am legit, and that I will do my best to consistently post more content, even if it's just short form content, and that if anyone has any resources that I haven't tried yet, or have any advice, like what type of jobs I should look for, what kinds of things that I can do to try pushing my content more. I know hashtags are a thing. I know that branching out to more platforms, most definitely. I have to do my best, and I have to continue to be consistent. How am I going to explain to numerous people who are so dead set that I can't be telling the truth, who are so dead set thinking I have everything all the time and that things are going swimmingly? Things are not. Even if I joke around, play it up, saying, oh, things are fine. Like, why would I always admit to struggling? Because not everyone is just going to stop and help. Not everyone is going to pity you. Not everyone is going to give a damn even. So why would I always let people know? Just the generic question, oh, how are you doing? I've been struggling for months. And as to why I say months, and not years in this instant, is because things have been getting progressively more intense and just difficult the past few months than ever since losing my insurance. I have not since been to a specialist, a therapist, a doctor, none of the above. All I have currently is my medicine being covered with a psychiatrist that I do not even have contact with. I don't have a therapist currently, be it in physical therapy or psychiatric mental health, which I need both desperately. I will be posting this on my Instagram and my YouTube, and possibly as well as my TikTok if I can get the formatting right with the subtitles. I have been saying this, but I will continue to say this. If you want receipts on any food I buy, anything I buy, I will post them. Absolutely. Thank you for your support thus far. And I understand for those who are making the comments and for those who are being rude and harassing. I do understand from the perspective of not wanting to deal with another internet troll. That is your assumption. That is your interpretation. Not wanting to deal with someone who you believe is being malicious. But that is not my intention. That is not my intention. Those watching this video that have supported me financially in the past or that have known me for years in the past, please, if anyone's making a comment, feel free to respond with your experiences with me, with your knowing that some of the things I have gone through. So for some people that know me very, very closely, that have been with me during medical emergencies, that have supported me through the roughest of things, I love you and thank you.